The old man placed 40 million pounds of magic talismans on his apprentice, but tricked the apprentice into thinking it was only 50 pounds. And the reason the old man did this was actually because the apprentice had an extraordinary talent for practicing magic, and he wanted to train him into a great mage. But the apprentice knew nothing about any of this, so every day he carried 40 million pounds of magic talismans on his back and trained by fetching water, all just to become the most powerful mage. One day, the old man's disciples around him suddenly pulled him to the back mountain. The apprentice was puzzled at first until he saw the old man trap a dark mage with magic. The young man instantly realized this was a test from the old man, so he immediately began fighting the dark mage, and in just a few moves, the dark mage was subdued. But the old man was afraid the apprentice would become arrogant because of this, so he deliberately scolded the apprentice, saying he was just a low-level dark dispeller, and that the man had wasted so much time telling him to go back and continue training. The man saw the scars on his hand and believed it, and even felt guilty because of it, so he made up his mind to train even harder. But what he didn't know was that his strength had already reached a terrifying level, and that the dark mage just now actually had the power of a great mage. When the man returned to the Magic Academy, he suddenly learned that the principal was handing over the academy to her daughter Jennifer. What the man didn't expect was that right after the principal left, Jennifer's first action was to expel some students. As some students left, the man thought that although his strength wasn't enough because he had trained hard for so many years, he shouldn't be expelled. But unexpectedly, the next second, Jennifer read out the apprentice's name, saying he was to be expelled, before the apprentice could even question. Jennifer even expelled the old man from the academy too, but everyone knew this old man once fought against dark magic forces for the sake of the academy. And the reason Jennifer did this was simply because she thought these people had no value to the academy anymore. Jennifer's actions made everyone very dissatisfied, and just as the situation was about to get out of control, Jennifer brought out the academy's magic stone and told everyone that only by lighting up the stone would they be qualified to stay in the academy. So people began trying one by one, and soon it was the man's turn. But just as the man was about to cast his magic, Jennifer suddenly stopped him, refusing to let him take the test, mocking him as just a low-level mage, a useless trash, saying there was no need for him to test at all. At this moment, Jennifer's younger sister Alice couldn't bear to see the apprentice discriminated against, so she persuaded Jennifer to give him a chance. For Alice's sake, Jennifer agreed, but made things difficult for the man, saying only if he pushed the stone 1 meter away would he pass the test. Alice was very anxious because